What's up, everybody? This is Travis from Candid at the Movies, and today I will be reviewing the Netflix original film, Kate, starring Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Woody Harrelson, and introducing the fairly new star, Miku Martineau. Now, this movie is basically about a female assassin that is going on towards her last mission, wanting to have a normal life. And her final mission is set in
a few moments later.
Set in Osaka, Japan. Yeah, my bad. It's set in Osaka, Japan, and she's basically set up to kill this little girl's father that's in one of the big gangs back there at that time. And she basically messes up on the mission, and she's trying to rectify it. But in the midst of all that happening, she randomly gets poisoned and basically has 24 hours to live. Now, anybody that watches a lot of action films knows this is kind of a similar setup to many of different movies. A little bit of Die Hard, Crank, Kill Bill. It's got a lot of those influences, but I think the whole movie being set in Osaka adds a little bit more of a better element to it, with her being a foreigner considered in that town, knowing a lot but not knowing enough. I thought that was a good aspect to see, but honestly it follows a lot of the same tropes that we've seen in these action films. But Mary Elizabeth Winstead, I think she's long overdue for a role like this, because she's a good actress. She's had consistent action roles, and she definitely needed something like this because she stood out. She was great. All the fighting scenes were really good. And the big thing about the fighting scenes that made me appreciate it is that you saw moments where people had to stop, get their weapons back together, load up new bullets. It was real practical. It wasn't something where you're just looking like, oh, they got unlimited bullets. They didn't do that, which made me appreciate the film. It's not too long. It's right under 2 hours. Woody Harrelson does good in his very limited role, which kind of would have wanted him to had some more time, but as you watch the story, you'll understand why. Miku Martineau, I thought she did really good. This is the first thing I've actually seen her in, and I think she could be a force to be reckoned with in the future. I hope she has a good career. But there is a flaw with this movie. As I told you earlier, it had the elements of the old movies that I was explaining. This is like the 5th movie that has a female assassin that we've had come out in the last 2 months, y'all. Yeah, think about it. Include this: Black Widow, The Protege, Jolt, which is on Amazon Prime, and one that was on Netflix 2 months ago, Gunpowder Milkshake. That's 5 movies. And once you've seen those 5, or at least 2 of them, you're gonna be able to figure out the whole plot line of the story very quickly. And it may throw you off, and it may dishearten or lower the score for you on this one. So you might just be like, I've seen this already. So I think if this would have had like an October, November release, just spread out some time, this might have gotten a little bit more hype than I actually saw people talk about it, because outside of a couple of groups I'm in, nobody was talking about this movie at all, which they should. It's actually decent. Just with those things, the obvious turns, the big selling point to this movie, outside of it being in Osaka, I think the final fight was really good. It's probably, out of those 5 movies I mentioned, it was probably one of the better ones outside of Gunpowder Milkshake. So overall, my final score for this movie is B-. A solid B-, because this is a good film. You can get in, get out quick. It doesn't set up for any sequels, so it's straight to the point, and it's pretty believable. Like, it's really good. So ladies and gentlemen, are you gonna watch Kate? Have you watched Kate already on Netflix? Comment below, let me know. Subscribe to this channel if you're liking everything that we're putting out. By all means, I'm Travis yet again from Candy at the Movies. Have a good one.